What's going on, everybody? It's the Creative Pro checking back in for another episode of Fireside Tech. I hope you enjoyed your week and are ready to learn something new, because today we're going to be going over how to resize your video and photo for the Instagram platform. Before I dive into today's video, let me remind you real quick to hit the big red subscribe button if you have yet to already. And also give that notification bell a hit just for fun. Are you tired of trying to fit a photo into Instagram and it's cutting off the head, legs, or arm of the photo? Well, with these resizing tips, it's gonna help solve those problems and you'll be able to showcase your picture in the best quality. Posting Instagram videos is also another problem because of the aspect ratio. So today I'll show you how to use Final Cut Pro to resize your videos to put on Instagram. And for the photo side, I'll be using Lightroom and Photoshop. Enough talking, why don't we jump onto the computer and show you how to resize that content. All right, so now we're here in Final Cut Pro 10, and this is where we will be resizing the video. So hold the camera vertical when taping for Instagram specifically, and it's gonna save you a lot in post. First thing you're gonna wanna do is go up to your project. So we wanna go to modify. I chose custom here. I put the resolution at 1080 by 1350. So your video is going to take up most of the screen when you post it, that okay? With your vertically taped clips, you're going to want to put these into the timeline. So I'll just put 2 for example. All right, so there's our 2 clips. Now that we have these clips, play them back. It's not really taking up much space. There's a lot of black on the top and the bottom. We're going to fix that up. So now we're going to want to select this clip and hit our transform button here. We're just going to want to change the rotation here to 90. That way it's standing up vertically. From here, now you're going to want to scale it up. Boom, right there. So let's play that back and see how it looks. Perfect. That clip now takes up the whole screen. Now with this one, you're going to want to do the same thing. So we're going to go rotate at 90 degrees. Okay, so if you run into this problem, all you have to do is -90, because sometimes the orientation on the camera will be off and you just have to flip it the opposite way. So this time is -90 instead of 90. I'm gonna hold shift and drag the outside there. So there we go. Once you're done adding everything, your transitions, titles and all, when you go to export it, I use the untitled MPEG-4 here. This is just an MP4 file, and we could see our custom settings are right there, 1080 by 1350. So we're gonna wanna go next. Share, okay, airdrop. So now I have received the airdrop file on my phone. Give it a play. Nice, it's taken up a lot of that screen there. Now for an even better example, I'll jump over into Instagram quickly and show you how it would look if you were to post it. And there you can see on the Instagram platform, it's taking up a lot of space, and there is no squishing of body parts or anything like that. Inside of Lightroom, all I really use it for is to change the colors of a photo. We have a photo here, and what I would normally do before posting this on Instagram is I'd come up to the crop and change it to original, and that way, perfect, gives us the whole photo. I'm gonna go into changing the color of this photo and then take it into Photoshop, where I actually do the resizing part of this. Okay, so now I have completed the picture. Here's the quick before and after. Left click the photo, go up to edit in, and then choose edit in Adobe Photoshop CC 2018. For the VAV Instagram, everything is posted in a portrait format. So to achieve that look, we need to go grab the cropping tool here and crop the photo down a little bit. So we're gonna grab the corner here and drag down. But while you're doing that, you're gonna wanna hold shift and drag. Perfect, so there we go. So the next step is to go to image and image size. So here we're gonna go, it's 1080 by the height 1350, and we're gonna hit okay. Now the photo is a lot smaller, but don't be panicked. You're now gonna go up to file, export, JPEG. It is at 1080 by 1350, and I'm gonna export this quickly to the desktop. Say you don't like this format, you want to choose a square format, which is 1:1 ratio. Go back up to image, image size, and change the height to 1080 as well. Perfect. So there you have a square file, export, export as. We're going to choose JPEG by Cubic Automatic. It seems to work for me. and export all. Save that. Let's save a landscape photo that you don't want to crop vertically. This was a landscape photo before, so we're gonna go up to image size and change it to 1080 by 608 right now. Okay, and we're gonna export this as a JPEG as well. 1080 by 608, but cubic automatic, export. Now I'm going to show you the last way you can resize a photo for Instagram, and this is the story version. Aspect ratio, we're gonna change it to 1080 by 1920 this time. So let's do that and hit OK. And now we're gonna want to hit file, export as, you know the drill, JPEG 1080 by 1920 by cubic automatic, export all, and stories will cover up your entire screen. Alright, so now I have the photos being brought onto the phone. Now the first photo I'm looking at is the stories, and as you can see, it takes up the whole screen from top to bottom. The next photo right here is our portrait, and it is 1080 by 1350, and as you can see, there's some black bars at the top and the bottom, so it doesn't quite fully take up the full screen. You also have the square, so you can see it's a lot more smaller, but is a perfect size square. And then our landscape version is 1080 by 608. There are the 4 different types of resizing you can use for Instagram. You have the square, portrait, landscape, and story style. I'd recommend for your photos to stick with either portrait or square orientation. If you want to resize your videos, I would stick with the stories or portrait, because that will take up the best amount of video screen for you. That concludes the editing part of this video. Let's jump back in front of that fire. There you have it. That's how you resize your photo and videos. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like if you did, comment down below if there's anything you want to see for Fireside Tech, and share this video if you think it could help somebody. I hope you enjoy the upcoming week and crush it. I can't wait to see you next Sunday in front of this fire again. It's the Creative Fro, and I'm out.